By supporting our channel, you support legal content on YouTube. Subscribe, click the bell, and leave a like. We wish you a pleasant viewing.
Yuma Proving Ground. Located on the southwest corner of Arizona and one of the largest military installations in the world, a whole new type of training takes place. In a world of danger and unrest, along the front lines of our American defense stands our soldiers. And at their side stands man's best friend.
All right, spotter, just keep your eyes to my left, all right? All right, we're pushing. Go.
Sergeant Marco Mendoza trains with his military working dog, Caw.
Back up. Good. All squad, I have a threat.
Hey, dog. So at this time, you can go ahead and push to your next objective. Do you copy?
Solid copy. Good boys.
There's a number of reasons that dogs are so incredibly powerful in their ability to detect odors.
You got dogs smelling for explosives, you got dogs at the airports, you got dogs in stadiums and theaters and stuff. I don't think they think it's nuts. This just might be the sign of the times.
Instead of tricking them, we're teaching them. We're communicating with the dog.
Go. Here, hand it up. Hand it up. Walking point, generally just where I walk forward, my dog is going to search out in front of me. I'm going to recognize where my dog is searched and where it's safe to walk, and then everyone else can follow in behind me. The whole point with the dog is that we can find it before it's right on top of you.
Roger that. EOD push in the area and then find any explosive odor in the area. Go ahead and continue on with your search.
Roger. Hand it up.
From my experience, I think we're just now tapping into the dog's capabilities and what they're able to do.
I think their capacity is absolutely brilliant. I think they can inform us, they can teach us.
We're living in an age of satellites and the internet and GPS, and the idea of a man and a dog or a woman and a dog carrying out a useful purpose seems like something that goes back to the 19th century. But it's a fact that working dogs have never been more important than they are now. And that's because they can still do things more cheaply, more effectively than any machine that's available to us.
The average military working dog costs between $20,000 and $40,000 to train, depending on their specialty, with bomb detection training costing as much as $150,000. Belgian Malinois and German Shepherds are the most common breeds of military working dogs, usually bred and brought over from Europe. But retrievers, poodles, and Jack Russell Terriers are commonly enlisted for their excellent sense of smell. At 8 weeks old, future military dogs are placed in foster homes where the foster parents are tasked with training and nurturing the puppies until they are 7 months old. Then, they are taken to be trained at Lackland Air Force Base, and only about 50% of the dogs in the military working dog program make it through training. Once they are out of training, they are considered non-commissioned officers and given a rank one level higher than their handlers to ensure a sacred, respectful relationship.
At this time, though, we're going to go ahead and bypass Building 1 as well. Since the IED is still in that building, we're going to go ahead and press on to Building 2.
On the Yuma Proving Ground is the Military Working Dog Team Deployment Training Course, where Private First Class Jared Lieber trains with his dog, Lizzie.
I don't think there's another asset that we have that's better at detecting and, saving human lives. And until you find something better than a dog, I think they're always going to be around.
Lizzie sniffs for the scent of an IED and is trained to lay down when she senses it.
Good. Hold the squad.
Hey, dog.
Oh, yeah, good job, Mama. Come on.
Midway between the windows, we got a response from the MWD on the ground about a foot off. Request EOD or alternate route.
Roger that. At this time, so we need you to hurry up and load up in the truck, and we'll push on to our next point.
Roger, moving. Out.
Range of odors that dogs have been effectively taught to detect, and also the faintness of the odors that the dogs have been taught to detect are very, very, very impressive. There's a million things out there that he won't respond to, and many, many specific substances that we know he will encounter that we have taught him, no, never respond to those. This is your stuff. This is what you respond to. So a good detector dog is amazingly sensitive and amazingly specific to the things that he's been taught to detect.
So there's a number of reasons that dogs are so incredibly powerful in their ability to detect odors. Genetically, they have more genes for the receptors that capture odors and tell us what odors are. They also have more of those receptors in their nose, so they're more densely populated, and then obviously their noses are a whole lot longer than ours for the most part, and so they have so much more there. They also, in their brain, the part that processes all of this information, it's called the olfactory bulb. That's larger in dogs than it is in people, for sure. There are other species, though, that actually are more sensitive in their odor detection. But the really great thing about dogs is that they put it all together, and they tell us. They work with us, and they really do want to sort of collaborate with us in these kind of projects.
The military working dog training program takes place at Lackland Air Force Base.
When the dog does something well, I mark it and I say yes, or I do a click, and that lets the dog know he's done the task correctly. Okay, go sit. Good job, mama. Good. Once I establish or I condition my marker, I'm able to use those markers in detection. I put odor in a box, and I teach the dog to target the box and put his nose in the box. The hot box here. Once he does that, I'll mark it, and he comes back to me for the reward. Eventually, I'll have 3 or 4 similar boxes, and the dog will search around, and he'll figure out what's different, and it will be the odor. So he'll start to have to use his nose. Good job. That was a good one.
Good job, buddy.
I'm gonna switch the boxes.
Yeah, Dashi.
Hey, the hot box is on this side right here.
For the dogs, training is not work.
There you go. Good.
It's a game.
Nice. Go seek. He knows the odor, or he knows that the odor can be hidden, and he wants to search for it. I'll put it in a drawer, and I'll teach the dog to go to the drawer. So once he's comfortable searching a piece of furniture, I'll go to a room, and he'll search the room for the odor. Yeah, good job. All right, this is a zombie, and I planted some odor along these dressers here, and I'm getting ready to send them. Go seek. Good job, buddy. Over here. Good job. And I'll try to remain normal, right? I want the dog to use his nose and not count on me for anything. So, go seek. Good, so just a standard behavior, standard searching behavior here, just looking. This way. Good. Oh, I smell something, and he starts to bracket. That's what I'm looking for. That tells me that there's odor somewhere here until he gives me the signal that it's right here. Good boy. Good. There's a change of behavior. Yes! He told me there's an odor here, and you'll see there's a pound of explosive right here, or not even a pound, a couple ounces, 8 ounces.
Back at the Yuma Proving Ground, Corporal Daryl Reyes trains with his dog, Johnny.
The combat tracking dog has a different capability. It refreshes its brain, and it takes in the human odor off of everyone. And that's what it works off of, the human odor. Most dogs don't really do that. So when you're talking about a dog that's gifted enough to go ahead and find that odor and to lead you to somewhere with the trust between you and your dog, it's definitely different. It definitely stands out. There's a lot of disturbance in the area, and we know someone has gone in a direction. I can go ahead and do my best to provide that direction, or to even get close into contact with that person and know why they were there, what they were doing, what their intentions were. And we can do our best to go ahead and provide intelligence, to go ahead and proceed to that area, maybe to find that person.
Johnny, seek.
Good. Good. Reading your dog is the behavior. When you build that relationship with your dog, you got to understand everything about your dog. When your dog is tired, when your dog is happy, when your dog is having a bad day, when your dog is doing great things, and to give them that trust and that bond one-on-one. You need to know everything about your dog. And we do that great here in the whole MWD program. Everything is about reading the dog, knowing what he can do and how far he can push himself. Cross track. Johnny, let's go.
Johnny loses the scent for a moment.
When we read our dogs, we look at specific body language in them and what they do. So I know my dog's body language and how he reacts to the heat and how he reacts to the cold. Whenever I'm in that environment and he goes ahead, he's eventually going to look back and turn around and say, hey, I need some help. And the same thing with me. I'm going to rely on the dog. It definitely goes hand in hand with go ahead and finding different obstacles, such as bushes or the wind or the heat or whatever the climate is. We go ahead and we try our best, and in the end of the day, we're successful, and that's what we do.
Good boys, buddies. Come here. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Good boys. That's our good boys. Now you can go in the shade.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even see the ball until I actually got right up here, maybe about like 5 feet away, 10 feet away. As you can see, there's like a little bit of wind that's coming through here. When he did get it, it was the highest concentration, so.
That was a good job between both of you, because you being able to read him, you being able to notice, like, okay, hey, he lost the track, but let's try to get him back on, not getting frustrated either, okay, because you took the time, worked with him, and got back on,
Yeah.
okay?
Come here, buddies, come on.
Good job.
Bring the ball, come on, come here. Johnny.
All right, so go ahead, get him.
Johnny, come.
Let's head back.
My dog's a specialized search dog, and so that's a different military working dog in our inventory. So the specialized search dog is an off-leash dog, detection dog. What we do is we try to put a distance, any kind of threat. When you see any other dog work, they're kind of fixed to a leash or anything there. So that's a 6-foot leash to a 30-foot leash. When we're working off-leash, we're trying to provide that explosive detection asset at a greater distance, and it puts a safety standoff distance between me and my dog, and especially the troops behind me. Good. Good boys. Here. Come on. Head up.
Sergeant Marco Mendoza trains with his dog, Caw.
All right, didn't see anything. Hey, Spotter, this is building number 3 or 4? That's 4. 4? Good to go. All right, I'm gonna pie it, and we're gonna move in. Hey, Spotter, when I go into the building, will you retrieve my chem stick? Cool. Call. Here. Head up. Good. Easy, buddy. Hey, what's that? Head up. Head up. Yes. Good boys.
Hey, push you outside the building and then give me a syrup.
Go. Inside that building, in the back left corner, under the stairs. Dog final responded, request the EOD or alternate route.
Roger that. EOD said good fine, but that is building 4, just so you know. Go ahead and continue with your next. objective.
Roger.
The 341st Training Squadron at Lackland Air Force Base is in charge of training military working dogs. Their training lasts between 100 and 120 days. Both military and civilian trainers, like Braulio Folk, work with the dogs.
That way. So the wind is pushing generally this way. I'll start my search on this area here and I'll go around the cars and hopefully I get a change of behavior here and the dog will start bracketing and showing me some change of behavior. The dog I have here I haven't worked in a long time, so it might be a little rusty, but I think it'll be all right. So we'll see what happens. Just don't bite me. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Good job. Good job. Hey, go. Out. Good.
You're a big puppy, aren't you? You're still a puppy.
You're a big old puppy. Yes. Good job. Generally, if we train a dog in this type of manner, they'll pick up odor with this type of breeze really quickly. So it was surprising that he remembered to still do, still respond, still learn to search. But it was not surprised. I was not surprised that he picked up that odor that quickly from down here because we have a good amount of wind.
We talk a great deal about the dog, but we don't talk enough about the handler. A good dog handler is a real special person as well. Reading the dog in context of a detector dog means watching the dog's behavior, watching his tail, watching his ears, inferring his level of interest and going, oh, he noticed something there, but it was nothing important. Now he's noticing something important. I need to watch him closely because I think he might have found a target. We need to watch in the next minute to see how he responds.
Go ahead, go. Hey, come here. She's MWD Lizzie. She's a patrol explosives detector dog. It's almost like a married couple once in a while, It's you have your good days, then you have your just stay away from me. Just I gotta go sit down and go cool off because you're being frustrating, and I'm sure she has the same thing of I don't know what you want me to do. So kind of just separate for a little bit and let's come back at it. Come!
Private First Class Jared Lieber can tell something is off with his dog Lizzie.
Come. Ain't no way. Come. Come on. Lizzie. Come. Ain't no way. Come on. Ain't no way. I wouldn't have believed it ever. She's been beat. See that? How she's flaring her ears? Good.
Hell yeah! When I say pay, you pay the dog. You don't think about it. So, get your dog back.
Good.
Give her water, because obviously she's tired and she needs water right now. So give her water.
Come.
And then when you're done giving her water, call me back and let me know.
Down. This is when normally I say we need to separate for about 5 minutes, her and I. I mean, I said it the minute she laid down. I was like, there's no way. I did not trust it at all.
So that's what we're looking for here too. It's not so much the fact that can the dog respond on odor, it's the fact can you call that change. All right, I was with my dog 3 years. I can tell you if he was gonna pee, poop, or start to change his behavior. Okay, I can tell you any of that stuff. So you do need to start realizing that you need to call that change. And when you start getting that down, then you'll be safer once you go down range.
Go, here, hunt it up. Hunt it up. Go on it. The number one big reason right now we use military working dogs is not just a psychological deterrent, but in our theater of war and where we've been at the last 14 years, explosive detection is where we've definitely served our purpose, and we've proven that. And so our dogs are going forward. We're providing that asset and that capability of detecting explosive devices. When it comes into man-made products, there's really nothing else on the market that's there that can provide the same capability as a military working dog, and especially a dog in general. Because what we know, the way the dog breaks down its scent, when we're able to imprint specific odors on the dog, it's pretty beneficial. Something that we haven't seen yet with any kind of man-made devices. I've seen firsthand combat mine detectors pass over some stuff that dog could pick up way before that dog or that mine detector.
So that was kind of like 2.
Go.
Military working dog handlers and military working dogs, all together, that's what it is at the end of the day, is to get your people home safe. It's all about reading the dog. Reading the dog from the behavior to the nose, yes, but to your eyes and to the people to your left and right. And that's where it comes down to. Good boys. Good jobs. Give me some room. All right in the middle. That's cool. Ooh. Yes, your dog is the prime right there, because that's what it's used for. We're in the front, and that's what we all stand for. And that's what everyone knows whenever they first came out to be a dog handler. The mission in the end of the day is to get your people home safe.
The absolute ability of the dog to detect odors of interest is pretty well characterized at this point, but it's still not completely understood how the dog does it. And furthermore, many of the important aspects of detector work have not yet been researched. So one of the things that I would say is that detector dogs are very notably underfunded. Much more research should be applied to such an important instrument of civil and geopolitical and military security than has already been done. The military has a very straightforward mission, right? We teach dogs to detect 3 different things: human beings, drugs, and explosives, and that's it. We're not interested in a whole lot else. I think a lot of the innovation teaching dogs to detect termites, gas leaks, old graves, they're used to find relics, they're used to detect pathological cells, they're used for all kinds of purposes. I think most of that's more private sector kind of innovation as business people and engineers and creative people look at practical problems in the world and realize, oh, hey, you know what? They're training dogs to detect all kinds of stuff. Let's figure out if you can train a dog to detect this. And very, very often, astonishingly often, the answer is yes, you can.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like and comment. Support legal content on YouTube.